one major thing for me is the age of the person that I'm about to date, marry, um, have a relationship with. The reason I say age is because it's a difference.
Yes, yes, y'all, and you don't stop. Yes, yes, y'all, and you don't stop.
What's going on, everybody out there in TV land, on YouTube and on Facebook Live? Tonight we come to you to interrupt your regular scheduled program. Hey y'all, we got a hot topic tonight on Valentine's Day, I guess Valentine's night, however you want to look at it. Hey, but before we get into that topic, y'all, I need y'all to do me a big favor. People on Facebook, shoot on over to YouTube. Type in Nutz Boltz of Life. It's one word. Nutz, N-U-T-Z, Boltz, B-O-L-T-Z of Life. Type it in the search bar on YouTube and catch us on over there on YouTube. Hey, YouTube, do me a big favor, y'all. Click that like button for me right now. The little thumbs up, click it. I promise y'all, it take no energy. It costs you no money. Just slash your finger, use your mouse if you old school, you got a mouse, or however you need to do it. But click on that like button for me right now. Also, I need you guys to help us get our subscribers up. So right now, hit the like and then go over and hit that subscribe button. All right. Subscribe to our channel. Also, please share this video when we're done. Share with your mom and them. Yeah, I said it like that. Your mom and them, your cousins, your church members, your pastor, the deacon, the usher board, your whoever you need to share with everybody. And also, guys, I pinned on top of Facebook and on YouTube my Stop Play'n Apparel link. Y'all, like I say every week, start playing and support. Support starts at home. Go to Stop Play'n, STOPPLAYN, not IN, but N.net and support your boy. All right. Thank y'all in advance. Last but not least, if you like what we're doing and you want to donate to us, all monetary gifts are welcome, appreciated. There is a QR code on the screen. You can scan the QR code to donate to us, no matter if it's a big gift or a very small gift. We're thankful for it all. These gifts go towards us getting better equipment, help us get a studio eventually, and help us bring better content and more guests to the show. So scan the QR code, and if for some odd reason the QR code is not scanning, you can use our cash tag. The cash tag is $Nutz Boltz 1. Again, it's $Nutz Boltz 1. Thank you again in advance. And with that being said, I am Edmund Chapman, your host. Welcome to Nutz and Boltz of Life. I'm the CEO of Stop Play'n Apparel.
I'm Sheena Nicole.
I'm Angel Morris.
Kyrie, can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm Kyra. Welcome to today's show.
Hey, Sheena, who we got today?
So I have Joshua on today. He is a program coordinator for a nonprofit organization. His hobby is making money. I know that's right. So Joshua, say what's up to the people.
What's up, y'all? Thank you so much for having me tonight.
What's going on, Joshua? Making money. I'm not mad at the man like to make money. I'm not mad at that. All right. Also, we got Sharif A. Bay. He is a CTA train operator. His hobbies are coaching, mentoring, reading, working, and enjoying dope people. Sheree, say what's up to the people.
Peace and love. Peace and love. How y'all feeling?
All right, peace and love. Hey y'all, so I don't know how to say this, how to be politically correct when I say this. Do I say happy Valentine's Day to everyone? Do I say happy Valentine's Day, ladies? Because okay, so we're gonna get into the topic in a second, but I want to talk about Valentine's Day real quick. So I don't know, and I want y'all to chime in if y'all want to. Is it a woman's holiday? Is it a everybody's holiday? Because I thought it was a holiday about love. But you would see flowers and candies going to the women. You see the dates in the hotel with the rose petals going to the women. So can somebody, what's going on with this holiday? Anybody want to chime in on that?
If I can, I just want to add one more component to that. Now, I definitely get what you're saying, right? Is a woman, and I do believe it's a woman's holiday. But I want to add one more component to that. What about the single people? What about us? Like, do we get to celebrate it? Who says this to us? Like, what is it? Are we grouped together as singles celebrating Valentine's Day? I don't know. I just wanted to add a little slick component to that. But I think it's a woman's holiday overall.
I think it's a both holiday. And I'm not that much into holidays because I feel like love can be celebrated all year round. I don't need one particular day on the calendar. And the same way I like receiving flowers, I would also get my man flowers, not just on Valentine's Day, but just because to show that I love him, and the same with gifts and everything like that. So I think it goes both ways, and it's more than February 14th for me.
Anybody
I
else?
agree with you, Kyra.
All right, so I want to say this one more thing about Valentine's Day before we get into us. One more. So he mentioned the single folks, right? So fellas, I was talking to a couple of people today. Fellas, is this a day? And ladies, y'all can chime in too. Is this a day for ladies to get free dinner? I'm just saying because why you ain't been going off that guy? That guy been asking you to go on this date for months, but today you're like, all right, you can take me out today. Like, why? What? Today's this free dinner day? Like, and then you got to think about this, y'all. So if you look on social media, you see the ambiance, you see the food, you see the flowers, but we never see the guy. Where is the guy? Stay out my business. I want to buy in my personal business. But wait a minute, your personal business out there when you're showing us everything else. But where's the guy? Where is the guy? Fellas, what y'all think about that? Ladies, you can chime in. I'm just wondering, like, is it a free meal day for the ladies, for single people? Before y'all even chime in that, I want two parts to this. And the married folks, people in relationship, y'all ladies deserve more than, like Kyra said, flowers just today. If your man's only putting on a suit today, and you putting on your, excuse my language, fuck 'em girl just today, why only today? Why your man ain't giving you flowers on the reg? I'm not talking about every day, but a couple times, not a week, a couple times a month. Like, why is it just today? I'm not.
I don't think it's today. I think the fact of the matter is you got 364 other days, 365 other days on leap year to actually express your love. So I don't see why you would do it today. Like, that's so cliche. You know what I mean? To actually express your love, you know what I mean, for your girl or for your guy today on a man-made holiday when you have every other day to sit there and show your appreciation. So for me, yeah, you know what I mean? It's a regular day. It's a regular day for me, B. Like, for real. So.
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad at the holiday. If I had a significant other and if I went in a boot, I'd probably be on somebody's date earlier today or something. But I'm just wondering. I mean, if anybody want to chime in, go ahead, Angel.
So sometimes I consider holidays a little differently, even though like we know that a lot of them are man-made or whatever. I look at it like they just created it to get everybody on one accord kind of thing. Like, I do think that you should not just pick one day of the year to go all out and splurge. But I think when I look at it, I'm like, they chose this one day for people to just show love, because we sometimes live in a world that is loveless a lot of times. And so I guess when you get all of that energy on one day, I'm the same way, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, like we know that it wasn't December 25th, but it's the one day that you can get the majority of the world to come together to give thanks or to celebrate this this one thing. So that's kind of how I look at it.
I like that. I'm going to add some stuff that's in the comments. Shelly says that Valentine's Day is for women and Sweetest Day is for men.
Right.
And then Josh agrees with what Shelly and Henry say. And Shelly agrees with Sharif. So we're all kind of on one accord here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't want to throw us off. I just Valentine's Day, you know, I just want to see what y'all thought. We can get to the anybody else got anything they want to chime in before we get to the topic?
No, I think that, you know, talking about Valentine's Day, you know, with the subject that we're about to get into, is really appropriate. So, you know, that's what's up. Like that was cool.
Hey, Angel, what's today's topic?
And with that said, let's talk about sex.
So today's topic is let's talk about sex. All right, y'all, we're about to get into this thing. So I'm gonna go on to my little notepad. And I'm gonna come to Miss Angel, and everybody can chime in this question one at a time. But I'm here, Angel first. Angel, when first dating a guy, first dating a person, because I don't know what people do now. When first dating, okay, when first dating a guy, does his body count matter? And if it does his age matter with the body count? Meaning how many sexual partners he had prior to you getting with him?
Personally, for me, no, because I'm kind of like a visionary and imagery is like really key to me. And so, I mean, I just assume that people have been in relationships and whatever came along with the relationship came along with it. So for me, no, I don't care because I just feel like it doesn't matter. If you choose to be with that person, it just doesn't matter to me. Now, I don't know that it matters as much as how many, as sometimes it may matter with who. So like, you know, if this is like, if he'd been with all your friends, your best friends and your girlfriends or family members, then that matters more than how many people to me personally.
Okay, and I want to ask you one question. I'm gonna slide up to Joshua in a second. So I see he ready. So what if you and your guy, y'all sitting there and y'all watching Netflix, really watching Netflix, for real, watching Netflix and chilling, seriously, and y'all having a conversation and sex come up and he tell you like, yeah, been with about 50 women. You gonna say, well, that don't matter, babe, because man, me and you together. So none of that matters. Or what would it matter then?
No. Because I think that sometimes, like, I've been in conversations with men where they're like, do we talk about that? And I mean, if a guy was like just offering me that information, that would be my first thought. Like, okay, well, why do you need to tell me that? You know, I would wonder why. Are you bragging? Are you like, I don't know any of these women. I don't really understand the point of you telling me how many women you've been with if I don't ask. And sometimes they only tell you that because then they want you to reciprocate the information. And and I would just say, well, that's nice.
I'm gonna bring Joshua in here. Joshua, does the lady you're seeing, if you start seeing a new woman, does her body count matter? And does the age, you know, play a difference in that?
Wow, what a question. You know, I think that when you think about it as a man, when you think about it, you know, as a man receiving that from a woman, I think that we believe the value in women comes from their sexuality. And I think that you know, when we talk about body count and we talk about the amount of men that women are you know with, we kind of look at that in a way that is, you know, devaluing her as a woman, because we believe that a woman's sexuality, you know, is her value. But man, we grown, man. What I'm saying, what we doing, man? We grown. I mean, I'm 43 years old, and I can't live life, you know, worrying about the past relationships that the women that I deal with have. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna be critically judging that person at every turn, and you know, essentially remaining a single man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when we talk about body count, we talk about the characteristics that come along with that. I mean, if you're just looking for a woman who has a certain amount of characteristics that abide by what you're trying to achieve in life, then I don't think the body count matters.
Okay. Sheena Nicole, we're gonna tap in with you. I want to hear everybody respond. I mean, some of these questions people might not respond, but I want to hear everybody response on this question. Sheena Nicole, what you got for us? Hey, before you go, Sheena, hey y'all, I'm seeing the views go up, but not the likes go up. Hey, hit the like button, y'all. I see it's a lot of people viewing us right now. Start right now and hit that like button for me. All right, Sheena Nicole, you up?
I have actually dated somebody whose body count was high to me. It was high to me. But it didn't really matter to me because of the simple fact of who they were as a person. So I feel like if you, like Joshua said, like if you have all the, like, or even some of the characteristics, or, you know, that you would look for, then it wouldn't matter as much. But then also, as Angel said, like who you know slept with would play a part. But in that case, that wasn't the case. It was just the amount of people was really high, but it didn't matter to me because of who he was as a person.
So I'm gonna ask you the question too. I asked Angel. I'm just curious.
Okay.
What if his body count was really high, but he was a swell guy? It still wouldn't matter.
No.
Or do y'all ladies even ask that question at all? Because y'all don't want to know?
I've never asked that question. That actually volunteered information. I don't understand why he told me about his body count, but I rather not know.
Sharif, come down to you. I like that red hat you got on. I love it.
I would basically say it would actually really depend on what I'm actually looking for at that specific time. So if I meet a woman that, you know what I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm on that with, like I'm just, you know what I mean, we just cooling, we doing our thing, you know what I mean, we seeing where it's go, you know what I mean, we ain't trying to build nothing. Nah, I could care less about your body count. If I'm trying to build with you, then of course, yes, it's gonna matter to me, because if I'm trying to build with you and I see you as, you know what I mean, my wife, you know, somebody that I'm going to be with, then I think about soul ties too. You know what I mean? All of those guys that then, you know what I mean, you done been with and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Have you let these guys bust up off in you? You see what I'm saying? Did you wear protection? Did you this? Did you that? So that has a lot to go with it too, because like I said, if you really think about it, if Cass is actually dumping in the female, what are you dumping off up in her? You know what I mean? So I think it just really just depends on, you know what I mean, what you plan on doing with that young lady at that old lady, young lady, whatever lady, you know what I mean? So yeah, it just really depends on what you plan on doing at that time. I think we got a finger up. We got a finger. Uh-oh. We got a finger.
Go ahead, Angel.
I was trying to find my mouse to unmute. So, okay, I hear you, Sharif, but does that also matter? Does that also, you follow those standards as well?
Which ones? As far as me, like being with women,
The
or
soul ties work both ways.
True. The younger me, nah. I was everywhere. I ain't care about no soul ties. I ain't care about souls. I ain't care about none of that. I was just trying to get it. the older me now that understands, you know, all of that, so on and so forth. I've been married, been divorced, you know what I mean, been in a relationship. So just understanding a little bit differently now as a more mature man, then yeah, I definitely, definitely.
So
Younger me,
can you give that same grace to the woman that you're with?
Mm.
you said the same grace?
Yeah. So like you, like in your younger days, you could give a crap less, and you was just out here tapping it here, there, and everywhere. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if there is a woman out there where, you know, not really knowing what her background is, maybe, you know, because I often get the question, like, have you ever had a hoe phase?
Yeah, like
And
me myself, I'm
it's
sorry to
no.
cut you off. Sorry to
Go
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Now,
Go ahead.
me myself, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm not gonna ask that question. Like my mom always taught me, you know what I mean, certain questions that you don't want to ask. So I ain't gonna be like, so how many meats that you didn't have? You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about your meat selection. I don't care about that. You know what I mean? I don't really want to know. And I'm not even gonna volunteer my information to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's my past. That's who I was. So yeah, I don't want you meeting that, you know what I mean, that representative anyway. So yeah.
We definitely look at that as like lame as hell. Like, why are you even asking that question?
Yeah, like yeah, that's a turn off. That's like going to dinner and a girl steady keep taking a picture of her food and ain't paying attention to you. Like that shit's weird. It's weird as hell to me. So yeah.
Hey, Kyra, we want to get you in, and then we're gonna try to move on. But I like that soul tags. Sharif said that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kyra.
I'm gonna hit the comments real quick and then I'll circle back and answer my question. So Shannon says that it's a big deal and a turnoff for men to know how many a woman has. It's a turnoff, but a man with many women means he's winning or a champ. Carlos chimed in and says it doesn't matter as long as she never tells him. Katisha added, we can say we've grown all day, but the fact of the matter is women are measured by a different measuring stick. Shannon also chimed in and said, don't ask, the truth may hurt. Cortez said that soul ties matter. And then Henry chimed in, it always matters to a man, whether he admits it or not. Women don't want to talk about it because they know a high number weakens their value. Mm-hmm. And then Joshua chimed in that there's a big difference between the genders. Why do we think that is? So I would
say I want
to ask Henry to explain that it always matters to a man whether he admits it or not. Women don't want to talk about it because they know a high number weakens their value. I just want Henry to explain that if he can. Go ahead, Kyra, though.
All right. So for me, at the age, body count doesn't matter because I think people where I'm like in the phase of life have had people. That's not a question that I'm asking, but it has come up in conversation. I'm with the don't ask what you don't need to know. There are some assumptions, whether if it's getting to the point of sleeping with someone, there are some kind of judgment assumptions that sometimes I'll make. So if you have 12 different baby mamas and we're talking together, there's definitely going to need to be some tests done before we proceed to any different levels. But like always, likewise, just in going that place in a relationship, I think it's important to exercise precaution and to be safe out there.
Yeah. And I just want to hit this real quick. Then I'm gonna go to the next question, and we're gonna come to Sheena Nicole for the next one. So for me, I think body count matters but you got to think about the age. If a woman is 20 years old, she got 20 bodies versus a woman that's 50 years old and got 20 bodies. It's a big difference. I'm like, man, you got 20 and you 20, or you got 50 and you 20, because they lived a little bit longer. They've been through a little bit more probably relationships or whatever. But I'm with the guys. I really won't ask because in my brain, and it might sound crazy, ladies, but in my brain, you're a virgin when I meet you. So I don't think you got any bodies. So I'm not going to ask you. I don't care if you got 2 kids. I'm assuming you adopted because I don't think my brain, I'm processing in my brain, so I won't think no other kind of way. Like, wonder how many bodies you have. What's it about me? Like, I got on the suit jacket. Now I can get her pennies. No, I don't want to go into that like that. I just assume that, hey, I'm that dude. I took her virginity and I go about my business.
What if you fall in it though? You fall in it, you know that you ain't no you get in it, just fall in it. Yeah, you can tell your man that's virgin cooch, but that ain't nigga. I just slipped and fell, and you know what I mean. Just, you know what I mean. Broke my leg in this shit.
Move on.
Ed, I'm sorry to interrupt, man, but before we move forward, I think I'll be remiss if I don't bring up the importance of the double standard. Shannon mentioned that there is a double standard when it comes to men. And I kind of wanted to touch on that a little bit and the importance of that, right? Because for a man, us being experienced makes us valuable. Unfortunately, on the other hand, for a woman, I mean, you know, we want to be the teachers, so to speak. We want to be the ones to be the first, and then so when you think about women in that same vein, we just think about it, you losing what we feel is valuable when it comes to that double standard. So I just wanted to mention that real quick, kind of touch on that before you guys move forward.
I honestly think I heard a guy say one time that women don't want men that other women don't want.
Yeah.
So if a woman don't want a man, like it's like a guy, I'm not gonna say with a high body count, but just that type of, you know what I mean, charismatic way, or you know what I mean. Oh, because I've heard it even in my profession. Oh, I bet you got a lot of women, CTA guys are hoes and this, that, and the third. But after all of that, they'll still try to slide you the number. You know what I mean? My uncle used to work here and he had hoes. Okay, so why are you still trying to slide me your number if you think that I'm a hoe? But you like that about me. Why? You know what I mean? So it's like I said, it's a double standard, but at the same time, man, it's sometimes it's just the standard.
It's not an unfair one because it's what you want and then it's what we want. I mean, I don't think it's an unfair one. I
think it's like I would say with me, value. You know what I mean? I don't want to drive a car that a whole bunch of niggas done drove. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't want to drive that car. I'm good.
So. Well, I'm gonna say this: we are the men. We are the prize. I think women have thought for a long time that they are the prize, and if you really think about it, men. We are actually the prize and not the woman. If you really think about it, ladies, y'all shaking your heads.
Now you gotta elaborate. You gotta elaborate.
Right, elaborate that, Ed.
Can't leave them now.
There's not many men. There are well-versed. There are men of God. There are handling business as a man, as a father, jobs. So when you find a good, you can find any woman out there that looks good. You can find 1,000 of y'all, but you can't find 1,000 good men. So we are the prize when you find a good brother. You won. I can find no offense. We can find multiple women out there. We can find multiple dimes, but finding a really good, like Angel said all day, like where the man at? Remember you said to Angel that once, where are you guys at? You said it. I didn't. You remember, because it's hard to, when you find that prize, you found that prize. There's not many brothers like Joshua, Sharif, me, Obi, Henry. There's not many of us out there. So, but not saying that I think Angel is a dope woman. I think Kyra is super dope. I think Sheena is super dope. I think Courtney, our other person, is super dope. But we can find more of them than you can find of us. If that makes any sense to y'all. I know y'all disagreeing, but
a finger up.
That finger back up. First of all, I am a once in a lifetime woman, so you cannot find multiple of me. And you can ask anybody that I've ever dated or given time for.
Period.
They
want to know when can they come back.
Okay, so can I elaborate for you, Ed? I think what Ed is saying, statistics. If you look at the statistics, right? Statistically wise, there are more women, you know what I mean, than men, right? So with that being said, you know what I mean? Then you actually have the gay men. You have the men that's locked up. You have the ain't shit niggas. You see what I'm saying? So when it actually comes to guys that are decent dudes, I ain't even gonna say good dudes. I'm gonna say decent dudes because we got flaws. It's kind of slighted our way. You see what I'm saying? Because for every one of me, I might find 3 Ashinas or 4 Ashinas. I might have my pick at that. Y'all really don't have a pick of the litter. Y'all pick is really slim. That's the reason why a lot of chicks, and I'm sorry to say it, is kind of crossing over and being switch hitters now, because you don't have that. You don't have a lot of men in that lane that can actually, you know, handle that and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? You either like one of many, or, you know, then the question is polygamy. You know what I'm saying? What's the, you know, that's a, we could talk about that too. We, you know what I mean? A polygamous situation where, you know, it's really just everybody's kind of like winning at that point. So,
and if I can, I just want to add to it just a little bit. I mean, just, you know, when Ed says that we are the prize, I mean, you just think about what you get in a man who is really, really solid, right? And what is it that you are receiving in the man that you believe is the man that is for you? And normally, right, it's a system that you're kind of involving into, that the man who is on that level has kind of developed, and then you can just sit back and just reap the benefits of all of the hard work that a man in my I'm not, you know, I don't want to brag on myself, but it took me a long time to get to where I am, and I'm willing to provide these benefits or give these benefits to a woman who is willing to, you know, kind of come into my system. And so that's what you're benefiting from in a relationship with a man that's solid and that's on point. And then so when Ed speaks to you, a man being the prize, not just no any old man, a man who got sweat in the game and who's done the hard work and built himself to become you know, the epitome of what it is that a lot of women are looking for.
and let me add to this before I will say that as a man, I do need a woman.
Yes.
Like let's just be honest with that. I'm not saying, do not get that twisted as I don't need a woman. I could do this by myself. Hell no. I understand that God built us in pairs. So it's really just about me finding my correct pair, the person that I mesh well with. So I understand that, yeah, I'm a hell of a man, but to actually elevate and get to that next level, I definitely need a woman's touch. I definitely need a woman that was like, you know, me, my mother and stuff. Like, I need that woman's touch because it's so many things that I fall short in as being a man. I understand that a woman has 2 X chromosomes and a man has an XY chromosome. The Y chromosome is actually a degenerative chromosome. So I'm lacking. So where I'm lacking at, my girl, she got 2 X chromosomes. So she thinking like that. But also the thing about that though, she doesn't have any balance. So that's where my XY come in for the balance. So us working together like that, I know I need a woman. I need a woman to help me. I need a woman to balance me out. Because I think about shit in sometimes in an irrational way, and it's not until, you know what I mean, a woman actually come and says it to me different. I'm like, damn, I didn't even think about it like that. So I understand that a woman is a nurturer. You see what I'm saying? And that's something that I can't give. I can protect, I can provide, I can do all of those things, but I can't nurture like a woman. I can't be motherly like a woman. And that's something that I know that I don't possess. So I know that I actually need that coming from a woman. That's something that I actually need to become to be the man that I need to be.
So I'm gonna reel it back in, and we're gonna because Kyrie gonna read some more comments in a second. But I want to reel it back in, and I just want to say this, and then we're not gonna go no farther with this one. I don't know if anyone needs anyone. I think we desire a good woman. They desire a good man. I don't know, like I desire a woman that's strong and that can have my back and this, that, and the third. I don't think I need anybody but God. If I need God's blessings, I need God's healing, I need God's focus in God's direction to find that good woman, like Angel said, a diamond in the rough. But question, real quick, Ed, though. But when God did when he took the pairs into the ark, right? He built them in twos. He didn't have a man and he didn't have a woman. He said gather them in pairs. So if he did that for the animals and we're the superior of
all beings, then we come in twos too. Think about that movie. What was that? Hancock. It was a movie called Hancock with Will Smith, and he was like, they built us in twos, and no matter how far they got away from each other, they still always came back together. So I say that to say that God made a woman for a man. So we can't really say that we don't need that if we were already here by ourselves and he took the time to actually make our helpmate, our counterpart for us. So we do need that because he understood that we couldn't do it by ourselves, just like they can't do it by ourselves. And to add this, I honestly do believe, and this is just my belief, that God is not man or woman, it's man and women together, because only man and woman can create another life together. So we could talk. That's something different we'll talk about. But yeah.
Hey, Kyra, I don't want to wax too deep in that because that's not even what the conversation is. Kyra, go read your comments out. Let's see what they're talking about in the chat.
All right. So we got someone saying you is smart, you is kind, and now you is the prize. The Bible says he that finds a wife finds a good thing. So women equal the prize. Henry tapped in saying there's a handful of great men. Definitely agree with that. Henry also added, that's correct. The Bible references, but only 20% of Black women get married and half of those ladies get divorced. God didn't create us to be alone, kind of hitting off the point that Sharif made. Shannon added, God made women for each, God made and woman for each other, but let's talk about sex. So with that said, let's go to the next question.
Gina Nicole. And that was good. I like that. That was good. No, that was good. Sheena Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
You're meeting a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got together. How long do you think you should wait before having intercourse?
Ooh. Why you ask me that question?
We grown here. We grown.
I don't know. Like, I don't really have a specific timeline per se. I guess it just depends on the chemistry and like how well we connect. I'm not gonna say like we're going to date and that night I'm giving you some. Definitely not. Absolutely not. But yeah, I would definitely say I will give it time for like us to connect and see how well we go with each other and things of that nature. So,
anybody want to tap into that question? I don't want to call y'all out. See if anybody want to tap into that.
For me, I would say like maybe 2 to 3 months, which I've heard from men is a long time. And you're like put in the friend zone after 6 dates and 3 nights. But I don't want to give what I have to just everybody, and everybody is sending their representative in the beginning that's going to be on their best behavior, say what you want to hear, and different stuff like that. I don't want to have sex with somebody that I'm going to regret 2.5 months later because you're crazy and now you're ghosting me. So I feel like what I have is of value and it's worth the wait. But I have heard from males that that's way too long and ain't nobody trying to wait that long.
Who came up with the number 90 days though? Like who came up with that number? Like 90 days? That's like a work sentence. Like you know what I mean? You'll get this job full time after 91 days. I don't want it at that point. I don't want it. Yeah, I don't want it.
That is your probation period.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't want it.
So Kyra, I agree with you on the fact of people send their representatives. Like right now, right? Everybody probably shunning me to hell right now because I said, everybody said need and I said want. See, when I come, I think Sharif and I think Joshua, we don't send representatives. Not all people send their I want you to
That's
see who Ed is. Like, I don't care if everybody disagree with me. I'm gonna be who I am because I want you to know who Ed is. Bald head, had a big beard, not a little beard. So if you see me and like me, you like what you see. Okay, well, he said need over once or want whatever, or he crack a couple of jokes, or he bought. I'm gonna come directly who I am, so you can see that. So that's number one. No representatives for me. For me, I think the same guy for the other guys, but for me. And number two, like Sharif said, I'm gonna say Smitty. Like Sharif said, that's a nickname for him. Like Sharif said, I don't know if this. It's kind of like how Sheena Nicole said too. With the chemistry, right? But the chemistry can be right in a week. You know, if I really like you and you really like me, what are we growing? What are we waiting for? Like, what are we waiting for? Unless you say I'm waiting for marriage. If you're not saying those words, then what are we waiting for?
I got a question for the ladies though. Is it true that when y'all meet a guy, y'all know if y'all want to sleep with him or not? Do y'all already know this, or does it take 90 days to find out if you want to sit there and give him what you're trying to give him? Or does it take literally 72 hours, a couple of dates, and this, that, and the third? That's my question for the ladies. Sheena Nicole, you can go first.
For me, yes. I can definitely tell, like, within a short period of time, like, yeah.
Short period of time. She said short, not 90 days.
Right, that's the thing. I'm not saying 90 days, nothing like that. But I can tell based off of, like, the first date, I can tell, like, okay, I could possibly, you know, I could possibly give him some. Or
Next.
I can, hell no, I'm not. I'm good. Like, yeah.
Next.
I agree. It doesn't take me 90 days to figure out if you're worth sleeping with, and it can be determined in a short period of time. If there are things that you do that completely annoy me on the phone or on the first date, then we don't need to go that route. Or if your teeth aren't clean, or just different things that are not turn-ons to me and that turn me off, then, because for sex, it's emotional and physical, and I like what I like.
Yeah, it don't take much to turn a woman off. Like,
So Angel, do you want to answer this question too before we get back to the original question? I want you to answer the original question.
I agree with the ladies. You generally know, but like Kyra, it don't take much.
Not at all.
Hey y'all, so people are just watching in the chat. We're talking about sex tonight. And right now, we're talking about how long should you wait before you have intercourse? That's the question we posed to the panel. If you guys want to chime into that. And later on in the show, we will have a call-in number for you guys to actually call in. And guys, when you call, make it brief. I don't want to hang up on you, but we can't sit and have a whole conversation over the phone. So make it brief, and then give other people a chance to call in. But right now, we're going to have Sharif answer that question. See, since he posed the question to the ladies, I'm going to put him on the hot seat. How long should it take? Do you think it should take, in your opinion?
He had the sip.
Right? He had the water, then he had the juice.
No, that wasn't water. Wasn't water. That was just clear. I think it really just goes with chemistry. Like all of the women sit there and said, they know at a short period of time whether they want to give it to the guy or not give it to the guy. Now, is there things that a guy can actually do to kind of talk himself out of that? Yes. Is there things that he can do to kind of turn her off? But they already know at a short period of time if they want to give it to us. That's why I don't understand why it's taking 90 days for me to actually get it. If you already know at a short period of time you want to give it to me.
Because I don't need my body count to be that high.
And so why would you sit there and say body counts don't matter then? Let's get these let's get these numbers up. We don't
need to be sleeping with everybody.
We don't care about numbers.
It's valuable.
I understand that. I understand it. But I think it's just like sometimes it'd be like facts and feelings. I think it's like it goes back to y'all conversation before about facts and feelings. So it really just I think like her feelings sometimes she'd be like, yeah, but then it's like I don't want him to look at me like a hoe if I give it to him too soon. But I really want to give it to him. But how he gonna look at me in the morning? But I kind of want to toot it up for him. So like they got demons where they going back and forth with each other, and dude just sitting there like, I know she want to give it to me, like, you know, but I'm gonna make you wait 89 more days. Like, man, bro, come on, man.
Hold on, y'all. I want to hear Angel. I want to hear Angel response to this question. She sit there like she got something to say, or she just interested in something.
I really don't. It's a little different for me. So I don't want to say different, but I am. It's the relationship for me. So I mean, I'm not gonna say that I haven't been with someone who I was seeing, and we hadn't necessarily titled our relationship, but just people that I meet, and I might just be hanging out with you, and we might, it's been a couple weeks and we hanging out, like, nah, it ain't. I don't care if I do want to. It just isn't. And that's just me personally.
I'm gonna bring Smitty, Sharif in a second. But hey, y'all, hit the like button, y'all. Y'all comment like crazy, and we reading them out, and we gonna answer this phone. Hey, do me a favor, y'all. While Sharif is answering this question, everybody, Shannon and Keisha and all y'all, hit the like button. I ain't seen none of y'all, not a near, not a one, not a near, not a one of y'all.
Man, not another.
Hit the like button for me right now. Thank you. Sharif, what you got to say? You hit your finger up.
What was the question again?
Oh Lord,
you were commenting on what Angel was saying.
Yeah, I just think that it's just different. I guess I would say for everybody. My thing is, I would just say,
I'm gonna go ask Joshua get your thoughts together. You got to talk, y'all. Joshua,
write it
what you think
down.
about that question?
What's the question? Reiterate the question.
There we go. See, I wasn't the only one.
I mean, because it should be different
Hold on. Let's keep it classy. Let's keep it funky. How long should you wait before having intercourse?
Yeah, I mean, that's not a question that you should propose to men, because I ain't wait. We ain't wait for what? We don't gotta wait. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
But I have the patience of Job, right? The situation determines the outcome, pretty much. So if I'm dealing with a woman who's throwing it, I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever. But if I'm in a situation with a woman who is patient, who values her sexuality, and who is really serious about having sex, then that's something I don't mind taking that serious either. But to the question, I ain't waiting for what.
Hey, Kyra, what are you talking about in the chat, Kyra? What's going on in the chat?
In the chat, we had several people not going on the 90 days like me, but saying that it has to do a lot with chemistry. So let me see. Katisha says chemistry is everything. If you vibe and it's the first date, so be it. If it's months later, then that's cool too. Shannon says your first impression should be your best. However, both people know if they're sexually attracted early on, yet may not be compatible sexually. Oh, that's a whole different thing. Better find out sooner than later. Depends on the chemistry. Lots of depends on the chemistry. Sexual attraction is one thing, but sexual compatibility is different. Most people aren't waiting 90 days. It might come from you. It might come from you at day 90. Day 1 through 89, somebody got through the probation period already, working part-time. And then most people wait because they're sleeping with someone else. Wow.
Hey, y'all, we about to. This is good.
I ain't buying no car without test driving it. I'm just saying.
A lot of different dynamics. A lot of different dynamics when you do.
Hold on. I'm gonna let Joshua come in a second. Hey, y'all, so we got the call-in line number, and it's ready, y'all. The number is 704-891-9560. Call in right now. Let's hear what you got to say. The number is 704-891-9560. Joshua about to wax teeth. Come on, Josh.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of different components that you have to take into consideration when you just out here, you know what I mean? And then so you thinking about, all the sexual partners and the experiences they're having. You thinking about your health and yourself and your life and taking all that consideration. And you just have to make the best decision for yourself. So for me, I'm really I'm like a faithful single dude. Like I'm not throwing D around, you feel me, for the sport of throwing D around. I really take intimacy serious, and I think that's a huge component of having a good relationship with someone. If you're dealing with someone who's intimate with 100 different people, how can you build that connection? How can you grow together in a relationship? How can you build that bond? So again, you got to take all these things in consideration, and you got to be intentional. You got to be genuine and straight up and down when you out here like that, like for real, like it's so serious. And for me personally, I just take all of that in consideration when I'm in a decision process of clapping some cheeks or whatever.
Hey, so, Josh, I want to stay with you, right? And I want everybody to chime in on this question also. So we're talking about taking things a little bit serious. Before intercourse, check this out, y'all. Before intercourse, do you and your partner discuss getting tested?
Wow. Wow. Great question. And I've had that conversation, and I've been tested, and I've also didn't have the conversation, and I've worn protection. So it's a valid question. It's a valid conversation. I think that your health is wealth. Your well-being is important. And I think that, if someone asks me to do that, I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it in a heartbeat. Particularly if it's someone that I'm trying to vibe with and get down with. So that question shouldn't be a disrespectful question to anyone who is proposed to. And you got to definitely take your health into consideration when you out here like that. Like, come on, like it's crazy outside.
So are you saying you have had this conversation before and some of you have not?
Yes, I've definitely had that conversation before. I've even went to the point of taking a test to prove that what I said was true, right? Because we standing on business pretty much. This was before that, but yeah, absolutely. But then I've also had situations where, there were quick demonstrations where I just use protection and make sure I cover myself. So again, like I said earlier, it's a lot of different dynamics that you have to deal with, and you take them case by case and make sure that you are making the best decisions that's important for you on your path or on your journey.
Angel, what about you? When you got with a new guy or whatever, did y'all ever have that conversation? Have it ever came up? If it did, who brought it up? Or if it didn't, it didn't.
No, I have only had the conversation with one person. Most of you guys don't know I've been divorced for 14 years, but I won't have a problem with it. So I haven't had to have the conversation, but I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Well, I'm gonna chime in. Then we're gonna go over to Sheena. She just shaking her head like a bobblehead. So we want to hear what she got to say. She's like, show you right, Joshua. So I've never even thought about the question, but I've had it proposed to me twice. And what's so funny is I was down to do it, but then the do happened before we even did it. So I'm like, you proposed a question, but all right. Like neither one of us went to go get the paperwork. Though. I'm like,
okay.
I was cool. I'm like, I just got tested because guys don't go to the doctor like they should for some odd reason. I guess younger guys, man. I ain't gonna speak of older guys. And so I had just got a test. I'm like, but if you want, now I don't need to see the paper. Cool. And then the do happened. I'm like, well, I guess we don't need the papers anymore. Oh no. Sheena Nicole, what you think about that?
I've never had that conversation with anybody but me myself personally. I get checked every 6 months. That's just a me thing. Um, and if I decide to have sex with someone, of course, I'm making sure that I'm doing it safe. You know what I'm saying? And then once a relationship is established or whatnot, then maybe that question will come into play. Without using condoms and all of that. So yeah.
So Sheena, you only wait until you get a relationship to have that conversation. So you just out here freelancing?
No, I just said I use condoms. You didn't hear me?
I'm just wondering, like,
and just so you know, no, I'm not out here just giving it up to everybody. I'm not that. Okay.
We talking about sex, y'all. We're talking about sex, and we're keeping it classy. That's why I ain't telling
When
y'all.
I do, yes, I use protection. And then if a relationship becomes established, then we do have that conversation of, okay, maybe we should stop using condoms. What's your sex status like? Da 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 da. Have you got tested? Blah blah blah. We'll have that conversation.
Okay. Sharif, do you want to add on to this?
Hey man, it's circumstance. The circumstance. I've had the question asked, but like you said, I think it's really more or less just like I want to see how he gonna respond to this. So if you like, nah, I ain't getting tested, this, that, and the third. Yeah, they not trying to give you the cheeks because they feel like you trying to, you had something, but you be like, oh yeah, I get tested. It is what it is. Like I said, for the most part, it's in the woman's court anyway, whether if you gonna get the draws or not get the draws. You see what I'm saying? So if you play the cards right, you do what it is that you're supposed to do. She ask all them questions and this, that, and the third. But if she want to give you the cheeks, she still gonna give you the cheeks, whether you present evidence or not present evidence. Like yeah, so yeah, that's how I feel.
Hey, you sound like the late Tommy Ford, rest in peace. The draw. No. That was funny to me. That's what you say. I was laughing in my head. Hey, Colin, you want to add on to this conversation?
Yeah, I think it's important to have the test. And I've had the conversation one time, but it's something that I would definitely discuss whenever I do get in a relationship and am going to start having sex with someone. There's just so much that's out there nowadays. That's crazy. And there's so many diseases that lay dormant in men. They may not even know that they have. And there's diseases that lay dormant in women as well that they don't know that they have. So that's something that's important to me.
So when you guys have this conversation, does it, like Sheena said, and no disrespect, Sheena, I say freelance, I crack jokes, no disrespect at all.
None taking it
off. But when you having this conversation and you're using protection, do you still have this conversation even though you're using protection?
Yeah, because depending on, like, once that intimacy starts going somewhere, especially if the sexual chemistry is good, then there's going to be things that happen, whether that's oral sex. And then if you have sex once without protection, that's like the point of no return. No one wants to start having protected sex after not having protected sex with that particular partner. And so, like, yeah.
Hey, Joshua, what you think about? Are you frozen, Joshua? Oh, you like you still? Everybody still.
He's just really good at being still.
You're like,
I'm patiently waiting.
It's Job.
So Joshua,
yes.
To you, that's the Kyra. So if you're using protection, do you still have that conversation? Or if somebody had that conversation with you, what would be your response?
Yeah. Again, I'm definitely not minding that, particularly because I'm secure in my sexual history. Right. I'm just not out here like that. You know what I mean? So if I'm proposed the question, I have no problem with producing results. And if I'm not, I'm just, going to continue to, move in the same vein that I've been moving my entire life, which is, making sure that I protect myself and put myself in a position that where I'm safe. So, yeah.
Go ahead, Kyra.
Would you men pose that question? Like, would you introduce that into the conversation, or it's just like, if she brings it up, I'll go get tested?
That's a great question. and we don't.
Because then we're gonna talk about body counts.
You know, we moving into another different. Yeah, we
You just want the cheeks.
Right. They up and ready.
I think if we go
Ready
back-
to go.
I feel if we bring the question up to
we want
the
to work
ladies,
in the confines, right, of being able to get the cheeks safely and successfully, but we both not affected.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm feeling like if we bring the conversation up, then you might start looking at us like, why are you bringing this conversation up? Like, what do you know that I don't know? And we might just be like, y'all, not y'all ladies. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
And like he said, now we having this conversation, and I'm about to get the cheeks. The kind of light. I got a suit jacket on. I think I'm about to smash. Now we have
this nigga said the suit jacket. Why is it the suit jacket though, Ed? Like, what is it about the suit jacket?
I got a suit jacket on, so I guess I get more draws. I had a jacket. I don't know.
Pop your collar.
I mean, just to add, I mean, you got to think about the mission, right? We're trying to, there's a mission that we're on that we're trying to get in. We don't want to get into, nonsensical conversations that can deter from the mission, which is the cheeks. So,
but it could create like a psychological safety where they're like, oh my gosh, he's invested in me and he cares. Let me get tested so I can give him the cheeks.
One thing I do know is women, when a man plays hard to get, it makes a woman want to give you the cheeks even more, because women are not used to actually being turned down. So when they try to give you the cheeks, if you play that mode, the cheeks don't really matter, but they do matter. They gonna want to give you the cheeks even more.
They laughing because they know it.
I'm telling you, you play that game with them, be like, nah, we cool, we good, we this, that, and the third. Oh, this nigga ain't take the cheeks. He gonna get the cheeks +2 next time. It's like patiently waiting like 50.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick. I want Angel. I want to see what Angel got to say. But before that, y'all, we got a call-in number. Again, the call-in number is 704-891-9560. Again, 704-891-9560. And we're talking about sex right now. And right now, the question is, before intercourse, do y'all have a conversation about getting tested? And guys, there's a lot of women in there. So women, if a guy stop and ask you about that, does that dim the light of him getting the cheeks right there? Or are you I really like him, I want the cheeks even more? So comment in the chat area. I want to know what y'all got to think about that. Hey, Angel, what you guys say about this?
Which want me to answer? I answered already.
You're looking at trees about what he's talking about, and dim the light or getting the cheeks. Might not get the cheeks. Might you know what? I like what he's saying. I want to give him the cheeks more. I'm using that.
I think that Sharif is right. There's sometimes when a man does not seem as interested, that it does make a woman kind of a little bit more sexual or sensual towards him. I would enjoy that. So the more you say, "No, I'm good, we cool," I'm like, "Oh, we can hang out then." So if you was trying to be like, "Oh, well, come on over here, it's late or something," I'll be like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yep. Give her a forehead kiss at the end of the date and just walk her to the door and just walk away. That's gonna fuck her head up. Like, what the hold on, yep. She gonna text you, "Did you get home okay?" Yep, watch.
Okay.
I would listen, let me tell y'all. This is me telling a little bit of my my business, but I had a guy friend like that a long time ago that legit would just come, and I would say, "I'm getting off of work." He'd be at my house waiting for me to get off, run a bath, lotion me down, give me a kiss on my forehead, and keep it moving. And it did not make me want to, be like, "Well, wait, where are you going? What do you mean?" It didn't make me want to do, I appreciated that, because it was a long day. Sometimes that's a whole nother topic of, can you do that not expecting anything? And most men, they can't do that. I see his hand over there. Come on, Sharif, what you got to say? Come on.
Well, okay, so with that being said, was he already in the friend zone?
No.
So he had a potential to actually not be friend zone and still do all of that for you.
Yes.
He's special. He's special. He's really
He was
special.
special.
Yeah.
And so, I'm just saying, like, that's a whole nother question, like that, and that's probably why women want to, because they know that men most of the time is always game, always up and wanting it. And so for a man to say, oh no, we good, I'm cool, like whatever, we thinking, oh, okay, well, yeah. But no.
Raise your stock high. Like our stock goes so high when we turn that thing
So
down.
let me say this. I'm gonna go to this next question. I'm gonna say this though. I've never played the hard to get role. I'm already aggressive, and that worked for me.
Up and ready.
Not like I'm throwing you on the bed. Like I'm saying, like the arm around, the hand slide through the thigh. Like I always made a move. I never played like, no, don't touch me. I don't know. Like I never did that. Oh no. Go ahead, kiss. No. Go ahead, kiss and I'm grabbing your cheeks. I'm grabbing the cheeks. If you don't pull my hand, then I'm sliding back into the house. Wait a minute. That worked for me. That's just me. I guess each man is own, but it never. I was like the go get it.
Yeah, he was always aggressive. He been like this since we been kids. Like, yeah, he ain't lying. He ain't lying.
I'm not gonna play games where.
Yeah.
No offense, Angel. This lotion you down?
Nah, no. Kiss you on the forehead and then be like, all right, then I'm grabbing some ass or something before I get up out of that. Something. All right, I see you tomorrow around 4:30 p.m. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you tripping.
I'm like Angel. I'm gonna tell a secret real quick. One of my secrets, and I don't see nobody in the chat that I even talk to them. No, I was kidding. But one of my secrets is I'm like, let me give you a massage, because I know if you let me give you a massage, it's over with.
That's what I want right there.
There's no coming back.
Don't have them magic hands.
I'm not massaging your jeans. No, I need to really get to that meat.
You're not finna get me to get you straight out the shower smelling good, lotion you down, and I ain't finna, and I'm sorry to say it like this, I ain't finna try to put my face in it. You tripping. You wildin'. I'm not going. You fresh out the shower too. I'm all up in it. Beard oil and he's wildin'. Yeah, all right.
Hey, everybody in the chat, and we're talking about sex. It's getting like people telling themselves, but we're still keeping it classy. But we're talking about sex. It is amazing the difference between different men, between different women, and how men and women view things. So it's getting pretty interesting. But I'm gonna come to Sharif first this time. I don't think I went to him first yet. Hey, so what's a good balance of sex a week? Now you got a girl or whoever you dating or whatever, and y'all together. What's a healthy balance a week that you think both parties would be cool with of having sex?
Well, shit, I ain't gonna lie. I work 6 days a week, 16 hours sometimes each day. So a good 2 times a week is cool for me. Like I don't need all that other shit. I need, to know that my crib is taken care of. I need to know that, I got food for the next day. Because if I'm working 16 hours out of 24 hours, I really don't have energy to pretty much do anything else. Now, I will make time to clap the cheeks. Don't get that twisted. I will make time for that, but it's not a end all be all everyday thing. Like I don't have to do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If I get the cheeks on Sunday, yeah, I'm gonna need to be drained again by Wednesday, Thursday. You see what I'm saying? I got a long week ahead of me. A weekend ahead of me. So yeah, I need the balls emptied and I need the belly full. So that's just
oh my God.
that's just
PG. PG. Hey, I want to ask you a follow-up question. Okay, for you, it's cool. But for your mates, would you want her to be understanding because you work that much? Because she might have a more healthier appetite than you have.
Very much so, because if I'm working 16 hours, I'm not requiring her to work 16 hours. So, sweetheart, only thing I want you to do is 8 hours, or it may be even less than that. So I understand that you might have a appetite in that regard, but you also got to understand that I'm protecting and I'm providing while I'm out here doing what it is that I'm doing. So if you're going to get upset about me not being able to sexually you know what I mean, give you what you want. However, I'm out there protecting and providing and doing all of this financially, then you got a problem. You kind of weird. So we don't need to even be together then because you can't understand what it is that I'm actually going through. I'm building what I'm building for us, not just for me. So, yeah.
I like that. Sheena Nicole, again, what's a good good sex life balance? I guess you could say with your partner, not you out here freelancing. I like that word. Cortez like it too, out here freelancing. But you got your partner, y'all together, either your boo, y'all, or your husband or boyfriend. What's a good balance that you think both y'all would be cool with a week?
Hooey, I don't know. Like, because I work 10 hours a day. I come home, I cook, make sure my son doing his homework, all that good stuff. And then at the end of the day, I'll probably be tired, like really tired, and don't feel like doing anything. So I would say a healthy balance would probably be maybe 3-4 times out of the week.
I actually agree with you on that.
Yeah.
For me too. I think I'll go with a 3 or 4 times, even if her sex drive is crazy. Because I'm always like Sharif. When I'm off work now, but I only got one leg, so I got to do the stank leg. I'm gonna do something with the other leg, but that's just a whole nother business over there. But if I work 14-hour days too, like Sharif does, he works 6, I work 14. But if she still require me to do my job as a man, I think I'll still do, like Sheena said, 3 to 4 times a week. But if she didn't want it 3 to 4 times a week, say she cool with 2, then working long hours, I'll be cool with 2. But I think I'm with Sheena on that 3 to 4. Let's go, Kyra. What you think?
I like 3 to 4. I think that's a healthy number.
Mm-hmm.
It's satisfying.
It's 7 days in a week.
What if he has more appetites and he like, I need 5?
Let's do 5. Let's do 7. Yeah. Let's go.
It's getting hot in here.
Long hours. Let's do it on your break time.
So does that count as quickies? Like quickies count too? Or these like full sessions?
Yeah, it could be quickies. It could be just oral sex. It could be anything.
Oh, okay.
Like,
well, shit, 17 times a week then. I thought we were talking about sex.
I got something for that in a second. I'm gonna let Sheena Nicole come in. Come on, Sheena.
So here is my thing. If his sexual appetite is more than mine, then yes, I am going to do whatever it is that I have to do to make sure he's good, because I don't want him going out looking for something that I can give him at home. And that's just my opinion.
Joshua, what you got?
I mean, I agree with everybody. Everybody hit on some good points. I think if I get you 2 good times on the weekend, right? We going all out on the weekend. I think I can satisfy my cravings. But man, we all busy, we all working. You know what I mean? But hit me off on the weekend. We going crazy. In the morning, if you give me a couple things, you give me 3 days out the week in the morning, real quick before I go to work. I think we'll be in a good position. But like what everybody said, I mean, it really depends on my partner. I mean, if she has a higher sex drive than what I envision for myself, then I think it's my job to go above and beyond to be able to please her. So we gonna just make it do what we gotta do, and like Kyra said, don't be getting head. We in the bed, we under the bed, we getting to it. So yeah, you gotta take all that into consideration, man. We're really busy, and we do got things to that we gotta be accountable for, including sex and our partner. So I agree with a lot of people on the panel. 3 to 4 times, 2 times hard on the weekend, and I'm good for the week.
Hey, I'm gonna have Kyra read the chat in a second after Angel give her 2 cents. But y'all still ain't hitting that like. I'm still looking, guys. Slide over and hit the like. Do your boy a favor. I dressed up for y'all on Valentine's Day. Over there and hit that like button. Now, for real, y'all, we need the lights to come up. Subscribe, because we always have different topics. Angel and Kyra and Sheena's part of the team. So you guys see they face a lot, but we also have different guests on here. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and be a part of the conversation. Angel, what you got about this?
I agree with everybody. I'm good on. I love spontaneity, so you know, I like to keep it a little spicy. So whatever you like.
So that's like let's like come up to my job real quick. I got about 30 minutes.
Say less.
Period.
Yes.
Period.
What you say, Ed?
Hey, Kyra, what's going on in that chat?
We're seeing 3 to 4 times. Sounds good, but the mood still has to be right. Totally agreed. Schedule 2 for sure, but randoms are necessary. Where's the like button? I'm new to this.
Oh.
I can't tell you what a like button at because my screen is different from your screen, so I have no idea. But I'm sure if you're watching on YouTube, it's like any other YouTube you're watching, it should be right underneath. See our faces should be right underneath. It should be a like button and a subscribe button. I mean, that's how other YouTube channels I watch go. I'm not really sure because I see a different screen than you're seeing. So I don't know, Shannon. I'm sorry.
Does it matter if you're logged in or not on YouTube, if you can push a like or not? I don't know if that matters.
I have no idea.
Yes, you have to be logged in to be able to press a like and subscribe. So log in, like, and then subscribe from there.
All right, Shannon. So next week, Shannon, get your YouTube account. It's free. Log in and subscribe for us. All right. So I got another one for y'all. This is probably more to the ladies because I don't know, Joshua. I don't know. But I think it's more to the ladies.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I don't know. Let's see how to say this. Are you comfortable?
Say it with your chest.
Comfortable with using sex toys?
And you think that's more for the ladies?
Yeah. I don't.
Okay.
I am. I'm comfortable with using sex toys. Yes, absolutely. I feel like it spices up things a little bit.
I'm definitely comfortable using sex toys also. And I think that it's important that a man is also comfortable using toys because I think it enhances the experience to try different things, different places, but not all men are confident or willing to go different places with different toys because they might think that a toy can do it quicker for a woman than they can. And sometimes they're intimidated. But I think it is like wonderful when you have that chemistry.
Hold on, Kyra. Hold on, Kyra. You said we're not comfortable. Wait, reel that thing back. You got to explain that thing to me.
I think that sometimes men may not be comfortable introducing sex toys in their relationship because it might make them feel a type of way, or they may not be confident enough, or they might think that the woman prefers the toy over them, or the toy was able to make the woman climax faster than he could. So some people may not be willing to use a toy because it could be like unlocking Pandora's box. And now, because you don't have it going on, she wants to use the toy every time that you all are having intercourse. So I think it takes a confident man and excellent sex chemistry to be able to go there and do that.
Okay, before Angel go, do y'all got anything, guys? Y'all want to comment to her at all?
It seems like it's only on your face.
I'm gonna let the ladies go first.
Okay, we're gonna let the ladies go. Sheena, do you have anything to add to this? I mean, you want to put the business. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. But if you want to share, we want to listen.
I do feel like some men, not all, may be intimidated Like,
So that's the first question first. So do you like using sex toys?
yes, I answered that question. Yes, I enjoy sex toys. Yes.
Okay.
Now some men can be intimidated by different toys because different toys may do things that are may do things that a man is not able to physically do. So if a woman climaxes way more with a toy versus her own man, then yes, that's definitely gonna make the man feel away.
Okay. So guys, what do y'all think about what Kyra and Sheena said?
I'm just waiting to hear from Angel real quick. I think we want to let all the girls go before we chime in and listen.
Angel gonna bypass this one. Angel gonna bypass this one.
Okay. I know, right? I mean, I'll go first. So for me, I'm gonna get to where I gotta go anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen for me anyway. So the mission for me when I'm sexual with a woman is to let go all your inhibitions, put yourself in a place where you are geared and focused on pleasing her. And if it takes toys, then in certain cases, then I mean, I'm used to ratchets and screwdrivers. I change some brakes and an alternator around. You understand what I'm saying? No, but genuinely, I'm just not the type of man who is shy or worried about that, because the ultimate goal is to please you, is to get you to a position where you're satisfied. And if it takes a couple of toys to do that, we'll do that. But let's not go overboard. I mean, I don't want to be playing with something as big as my arm and slinging around like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Don't do me like that. but I'm not opposed to using toys at all.
Let me put you on the hot seat then, brother. So
Okay.
She grabbed something out, and it might not be, but it might be, If you know what you know. Ask you to go ahead and grab that thing.
Wait a minute.
not on yourself, but to help her out. You gonna grab that thing out the drawer?
Yeah, come on, bro. We can't be ridiculously grabbing things the size of my leg.
No. Like, come on. I'm not saying no crazy. I'm saying she got a regular sex toy.
So let's speak to it a little bit. What are we talking about? The rolls? Are we talking about
like a dildo or something?
Dildo,
like that.
Glass with a spinner and some.
I don't know about all that stuff.
Beads. What are we talking about?
I'm not too advanced.
One of the things that got the rabbit on it. That what I'm saying. That spin at the top end. What we talking?
Wait, brother, you know a little too much about this.
He don't know about that life. You don't know about that life.
It's okay, Ed. It's okay.
It's okay. I know what you're saying.
I used to work at the airport, right, y'all? So in the airport, Shannon used to work at the airport too. We see all kind of stuff come through, and we look at the fashion like, go ahead, Granny. Or might look like, okay. I'm talking about the regular dildo toy. She say, honey, have that out, or I guess the vibrator or whatever. It looks like one. Yeah. You grabbing out the drawer like, let's get busy?
Yeah. I mean, without getting too personal, I'm a little stout myself, so it's not much that's going to make me jealous, right? You're going to have to come with a 12. You're going to have to come with a Subway, you know what I mean, to make me feel some type of way. But let's do it, though. Let's do it. Let's let go of our inhibitions. Let's discover some things, you know what I mean? Like Cat Williams, my butthole is virgin, so that's somewhere that we're not gonna go. But anything that pertains to something that is getting you in a position where you're satisfied, I'm down.
Sharif, what about you? If you want to answer the question. I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
No. You know what? Honestly, I'm good. I've never, and I mean, if I've never ran across a person that actually wanted me to actually play with toys in the, you know what I mean? I always feel like I can get it done myself. If I always look at like toys as like a donut tire. It's a temporary fix. If you could get to that, you know what I mean, get to that place and be satisfied, you know what I mean, with your toys, then I wouldn't need to be here. The fact of the matter is you missing something, and it's really just the chemistry from another man. It's that chemistry from that other soul. You can't do that shit with plastic. I don't give a fuck how big he is. You just can't do it. Most women, you getting yourself, you navigating your own waters. Don't no woman want to navigate her own waters with no toy. Like, no, they want somebody else to navigate them waters for them. So me being me, nah, I've never had that problem. I've never had that issue or anything like that. One thing that I actually did study and take a while ago, maybe about 10 years ago, was Kama Sutra and Tantric sex. So if you know anything about Kama Sutra and Tantra, it teaches you about different spots on a woman's body, you know, different places that you can actually touch and stuff like that every single time. And it'll just have her jumping and exploring and this, that, and the third. And it has nothing to do with intercourse. It really just has something to do with like pressure points and places that you can touch to have her climax and it not even be, you know, that. So for me, toys, nah, I'm good.
Okay, so we gonna move on from the toy. We're gonna move on from that.
Hold on, Ed. You ain't answer, Ed.
I don't know.
Ed got a whole closet full of them motherfuckers.
Well, he doesn't know what the toys are, so
I'm not versing that. Now I do. I'm gonna say this one time. I was putting away the clothes in the drawer, in her drawer, and I was like, oh, like what? But I know, but at that time too, that we was going through our, like I'm divorced now too, so I know we was going through that phase of, it was getting to that divorce phase. So I guess we intimate like that a lot anymore because I feel that, and maybe that's me, but if you're arguing a lot and you're going to a divorce, you're not sexually attracted to me no more. You know, so she still need to, I guess, to get hers. I was like, well, but other than that, no. I mean, I think one time this girl used some like put some liquid or something on it, and it was so disgusting. I was like, oh, I'm out of here. Like it was, if you know what I'm talking about, it was disgusting. So I was like, whatever she poured on that thing was disgusting. I guess for her, that it sensualizes her, whatever. Not going off to glory details, but I didn't like the taste of it. I was like, I'm down here. So yeah, I never had experience with like anything else and nothing like that. So I'm not versed like that. Which like, I heard of a rose. I don't know what it does. How, you know, I seen it on Instagram, like the videos come past, but not really sure what it does and all that stuff. That's why I said the old school that stuff. But anyway, what do y'all think about sexting?
So who's thinking?
Sexting.
Texting, like sending pictures.
For sure.
Like
if I'm like in a relationship with somebody, for sure, yeah.
There's a quick question in the panel, I mean in the chat, that we can answer while we're answering this question. So how many people are single? I'm single.
On Valentine's Day, like a mug.
So there's your answer. And then Ed, I think sexting is can be beneficial to a relationship, not just necessarily, it could be pictures, it could be emojis, it could be, that was amazing this morning, I can't wait to meet you after work, or different things like that to just kind of entice the person. Or you made me feel so good this morning, I can't wait to whatever. So I think it can be essential to a relationship. And I like reading stuff or sending stuff that, like, it's kind of like the foreplay before you have sex or before you have intercourse.
Yeah, y'all know it ain't no better feeling than getting that text, that intimate text at work in the middle of a meeting. Oh. So, like Tyra said, yeah, I think that's a amazing component to building an intimate relationship and building a bond with your partner. And I think it's necessary. I mean, we ain't just talking about DPs. You know what I mean? We talking about the intimate conversations and the and all of that good stuff that come along with that. So yeah, that's an amazing component to building a good relationship.
And it could be including a picture. I know Sharif mentioned like Kama Sutra earlier on. It could be, let's try this next Thursday, or, what position do you want to do this weekend, or just whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to thank somebody that sent us $50 to our Cash App. We appreciate you, brother, for the Cash App donation. Again, y'all, if y'all want to donate to us, cash tag is $Nutz Boltz 1. Again, it's $Nutz Boltz 1. And y'all, the time is almost getting limited. So if you want to call in, the call-in number is 704-891-9560. 704-891-9560. Sharif, okay, I'll go. Then Sharif, you can go. I'm good with sexting. I mean, when I was younger, I used to be even more vulgar with it than I am now. I'm probably all over the country.
Phones all across America.
All across America. As long as your face not in it, it's all good.
Wow.
I think it's healthy because, like, said, me and Kyra was dating, and she said something intimate, not even a picture, to say something intimate. I'm like, man, I can't wait to get off work. I'm about to get those. But Jay say cheeks. I'm about to get those cheeks, get those draws, dog.
Get the draws, dog.
That can spice up a relationship a lot. Seeing a little, I'm saying. Somebody might take a picture of their thigh. They at work. They might have a dress on. Just take a picture of the thigh. You're like, yeah, we get home, it's on. So I think that could be healthy and spice up some stuff. But I done sexted before with people that I'm gonna tell my business, but the boy was wild back in the day. I was wild. Sharif, no, I was wild. I was wild boy. Sharif, what you think about that sexting?
Yeah, definitely need it. Definitely need it. You know what I mean? That could get you through the day right there. You know what I mean? Little, like I said, pictures of cheeks, pictures of cleavage. You see what I'm saying? Pictures of the inner thigh. You know what I mean? I thank you for this money. You waiting on you when you get home. It's like, shit, that'll help you get through your workday. Shit, like for real. So yeah, definitely need it. Definitely need it.
All right, y'all. We got two more questions. I'm gonna get y'all out of there. All right, so Sheena Nicole has sent me a good question earlier. She said, would you be with someone if the sex is not good? Would you be with someone if the sex? So what I think somebody said, I think it's me, Sharif said earlier, I got to test drive that thing. So that thing, and that thing ran like a broke down Hyundai. Broke down Cutlass in the real Cutlass. Cutlass. Which is still be with that. Like, Sheena, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sheena.
No, you good. I have been with someone and the sex was trash. But I didn't want to seem shallow. So I wasn't just going to break up with him because his sex was trash. Like, I was trying to get him to try different things to try to, like, make it better. But it didn't get better. So eventually, like, yeah, we ended up breaking up. But yeah, I can't be with nobody if the sex is trash. I'm sorry. Because I love sex. So it's like, if you can't please me, we got a problem.
Sharif is shaking his head.
Yeah. So I have been with someone who was not very pleasing. But I think that for my reason, it's more like size, because you can't really teach size. Like, either you or you don't. And you could have put a quarter on it, but sorry.
Time out. Did she say that so far you put a quarter on it? Did she say that?
Is it an outing? Oh no. Terrible, so terrible. But you can't. I feel like if you have something to work with, I think that it could just be an experience and not necessarily like they just, I feel like sex can be taught if they got something to work with.
Joshua, what you think about that? You with this?
Yeah. I think this question kind of leans towards the conversation we was having earlier about body count. I mean, don't no woman want no man who's inexperienced. I ain't playing with that. But for us, on the other hand, for me, if you whack, I got the patience. I'm about to teach you something, right? And so men are more willing to deal with a woman whose sex is bad because we're just more willing to teach. A woman I ain't playing with that. So for me, I'll school you. I get you to where you need to be, and we'll work towards that. But I don't think on the other hand, if it was a woman that she ain't wasting no time with me and I'm whack.
Hey Joshua, let me ask you a part 2 question. So can women really be whack? I mean, because it's guts.
That's my question too. Like, how can you teach a woman?
I'm sorry. Hold on, Sheena. As long as it ain't like this, it's still guts. So can it really be true? I mean, she might not be doing like dance like a stripper. She might not be doing lemonade like Beyonce say. But I mean, can it really be bad if it's not like loosey goosey?
And I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted with this question because when we think about that, we're thinking about, is it dry? Is her personality, is she just laying there like a dead body? You know what I mean? Is there some things that are not in her control that we can help change? You know what I mean? So it's a bunch of different components to that. But I mean, overall, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think a woman is more susceptible to be taught to form into what you particularly feel as pleasurable. It might be different for me than it is for you, Ed. And with that, I think that men have the patience to kind of mold and formulate a woman to be compatible.
Sheena, you were saying something. Talking. I'm sorry. What you were saying?
No, he answered my question.
Kyra, what you think about that? Bad sex. Can you stay with him?
It would be very
love. He's handsome. He got muscles. He's a man of God. You got your whole list. But then you like, all right, you got all the test results. He's clean. There's a reason why he's clean. He's clean.
Yeah.
You got the candles is lit. You just slid off. He just slid off. He just slid in.
Then come the Vienna sausage. Like,
talk to us, Kyra. Talk to us. I'd have painted the picture now.
Sex is really important to me because I think sex is important in a relationship. It brings you together, and I'm not trying to teach anyone how to do anything. If anything, maybe you can teach me, or we can learn some things together. I'm not trying to do classes or anything like that. Figure it out. And if you don't know by now, I'm sorry. It would be very hard because then I'd be thinking about other people that were able to sexually satisfy me. And it just makes your mind wonder. And so sex is an important part of an established relationship to me. And not doing it right seems like it would be frustrating. Now I got to reach in the nightstand when you go to take a shower. It's just not. It's not right.
Back to the toys.
Hold on, y'all. Sharif, you had your hand up.
Now, if he wasn't experienced, right? Like, or let's just say he was too experienced, right? Then wouldn't that kind of make you wonder about the body count and how experienced that he actually in? Like if he's just hitting all the right spots, if he's just going here, he's going there, he's just doing everything. He hitting you from every different way. That wouldn't make you worry about like, oh man, does he have a high body count or is he experienced? Like
that is amazing, and I appreciate that. And there's some stuff that I'm experienced at because it's not my first rodeo. So be thankful for my experience, and I'm gonna be thankful for your experience, and we'll enjoy each other in intimacy.
Okay.
Thankfully.
My question, I mean, my answer to my question is no. I don't think that women can ever give bad sex, because I actually think that if the woman is turned on by you, she's gonna get wet enough for me to be able to do what it is that I actually need to do. If she's not wet, if she's not turned on, if I'm not arousing her in any type of way, then the sex is not gonna be bad. I've never had bad sex, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get mine. You see what I'm saying? Was the chemistry there? Was it amazing? Did it make me want to actually be like, man, what's the next time gonna be like? Yeah, but I wouldn't consider that as bad sex, because I got to where I was actually trying to go. So that just means that you and we're not compatible in that regard. But I bust, so I'm good. Like, yeah, I probably won't revisit that again, or I might nine times out of 10. I'm not gonna say that. I'm a double back, because I'm gonna be like, well, maybe that was just, you know what I mean, just that time. So as a man, yeah, I'm a double back, and I might even triple back, you know what I mean, if it gets better along the way. But no, I don't think that men can ever sit there and be like, man, I had bad sex. You can be like, man, it was that little thing, you know what I mean? It might have smelled a little different, or you know what I mean? It you know what I mean? Is that and the third? But yeah.
So we're gonna let Angel go, and then Kyrie gonna read some of the comments. And I got one last question. We're gonna get out of here, y'all. Angel,
Oh
what
no,
you got?
I just had a question when he was talking about he just going as long as he get his. So is it important to you guys, for you men, that a woman is satisfied as well?
Most definitely, because that's the me being able to come back. If I don't satisfy her, then there's not a possibility she's gonna let me repeat that again. So I gotta make sure that she get hers, and get hers multiple times, because that's another thing about a woman. Y'all don't want to just come once. Y'all want to come twice, maybe 3 times, maybe even 4. Y'all even want to be like, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. You know what I mean? Certain little things that y'all say, oh my goodness, I can't believe that. When you get to the point where, you know what I mean, she holler, oh God, it's like, oh, she said the Almighty. Yeah, she good. So at that point in time, then I already know I can double back, because I did my job. You see what I'm saying? So yeah.
I don't want to add on to anything Sharif said, but only tab I would say is, like he said, that we know y'all want to get y'all's off. So I think that's why most guys go oral first, to make sure you get that 1 or 2. So then if he is being a sausage, you got your 2. I get mine.
Bang bang, right?
At least you
don't do that at the oral.
Kyra, what's in the chat real quick when we get to the last question? I'm sorry, Joshua. You have something to add, Joshua? I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh no, I definitely agree with what Sharif said. Yeah, I mean, for us, the mission is to satisfy. I mean, when I leave, I'm gonna leave empty. You know what I mean? Regardless, if I, you know, it don't take much. So I think the mission for us is to see you guys satisfied, to put y'all in a position where, I mean, for me personally, that's my goal. To satisfy you ultimately, because I know I'm going to leave out there, you know what I mean, with a sack empty. Anyway,
and a belly full. Yeah. Get a snack before I get up out of here.
How they go crazy? These guys.
So that's the fun part for us. That's the fun part.
Oh my gosh. If it works both ways, if his manhood is short, skinny, can't pump and can't kiss, why are you here? We can't fix this. Letitia said you have to it's the facts. You have to teach anyone how to love you. What works for their other lover might not work for you. You got to teach me. I'm not trying to teach anybody. Women are going to always be wet, whether they are into it or not. Nobody has everything. If a man has a big situation, he normally doesn't eat. If he eats me not well, he may not be well endowed. If he has both, he's going to be to the streets. So maybe if he has neither, he'll be to the streets.
We can't have nothing, man.
So he said, if you know how to do both, nigga, you was out here.
Going back to body count.
Kobe.
Professional.
Go ahead, Kyra. Keep going.
Wow.
Oh, eating first is cheating is insane.
No, Shannon said eating first is cheating. I'm wow.
Wow.
Shout out to Shannon. She been active.
Wow. Okay, so we're gonna get this last question so I can get y'all out. Y'all might have some late night Valentine's Day coming through that door. I don't, but I know y'all might have some.
You know.
I don't, but hey, who knows? Later, might ring. No, I was kidding. Oh, okay. Last question, guys. So, how do you approach? So, say if you're not ready to have sex, how do you approach that uncomfortable conversation? If you're not ready to, if you're like, I'm not ready, but he's ready, you know, because he, like Joshua said, we ready. We're hungry for it, you're ready. But right now, you're not really ready. How do you ladies, I guess it's more for you ladies, I'm sorry, because we always ready. How do you, Kyra, I'll go with you first, approach that situation and have that conversation that you're not ready? But you like the guy, so you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to really push him away, but you ain't ready to go there yet.
I think it could be a challenging conversation, but it would definitely need to be had, because I think after certain times, then men will feel like they're in the friend zone, from what I've been told. And they won't even try to pursue it if they feel that they're in the friend zone. So I just think like clear communication, letting them know like, I like where this relationship is going, but I'm not ready to commit to you sexually, or I have a 90-day rule and we're only on day 5. So hang in there, bud.
Andrew, how do you have that uncomfortable conversation?
Me?
Yes.
I don't think it's uncomfortable. I think that you should, I mean, you're probably always kind of talking and having that type of conversation. So I don't think it's uncomfortable. I think like Kyra, you say like, you know, you're really enjoying the time to get to know each other. I know I use it. So, you know, when the time comes, then we'll go. And if I don't want to, then I don't.
Sheena, what about you? You're not really ready to go there. I'm about to take you there. Ain't that song? I don't sing that, but you're not ready.
Let's not do that.
I pretty much just be open and honest and just flat out tell them like I'm not ready. Like, you know, I do enjoy the time we spending and all of that, but I'm not there yet.
Josh, what do you think about what you ladies saying?
Yeah, so I just want to add, you know, give a perspective from the men, because, you know, although, you know, we always talk about how ready we are to go, there are some men who really value their sexualities. And what I would say to them, you know, if they're in a situation with a woman who, I think that for them, you know, just stand on your boundaries, you know, don't feel the pressure of society, you know, don't let that get to you. Don't put yourself in a situation where, you know, it might just happen on accident, and just believe in your principles and your morals. And I think that you know, if you hang on to that, then you know, you're gonna stand on business, so to speak.
Anybody else add to this? Sharif, you got anything to add to this?
What was the question again? I was muted. I didn't get to hear.
I was asking the ladies, how do they have the uncomfortable conversation? And so they just was blunt with it, saying basically if they're not ready, they're gonna tell the guy they're not ready. I said, do you got anything to add to that? Because I know I said us men, we always for the most part ready. It's never we're not ready. So I mean, just want to see if you had anything to add to it before we
if they not ready, I play the long game.
Mm-hmm.
Play the long game at that point. I'm gonna play the long game. Okay, you not ready. So when you are ready, I'm gonna be not ready too. So I'm gonna play the long game. Yeah, I'll play the long game with you.
Thank you, man.
You play the long game. It's no reason. Like women already sit there and said, y'all already know at a short period of time whether you want to take it there with me or not. So if you're not ready, then that means that you in a gray area. You in that gray area, not me. So you want to play the long game? Let's play the long game. You know what I mean? We gonna play the long game. Go ahead, Miss Angel.
Fake girl.
But I'm just trying to understand why it has to be a game. Because it's no different than I hear a lot of men who say they know if they're going to marry a woman in 6 months, but that don't mean they go out and get married the next week. So
Honestly,
it's not a game.
I don't know no man that would basically say, hey, I'll say this, any man that knows what marriage is will ever say in 6 months that he's actually ready to be married. Because any man that's actually
I didn't say ready.
Okay, so
I said he knows if he would, if that woman is that woman.
I don't.
Well, I guess a lot of
me myself being married, understanding what actually marriage is. Like I really took the time. Like I got married when I was really, really young. I was like 22, 23 years old. My oldest son was born in 03. My middle son was born in 04. I started CTA in 05. I got married in 05. And my youngest son was born in 06. So this was all before I turned like 23 years old. So I never understood. I didn't know what marriage actually entitles. Like it's a lot that goes into marriage. So I can't sit there and say after 6 months that I would know that if I would marry that woman, because men change, women change. You see what I'm saying? I need to know if, you know what I mean, she got daddy issues. You know what I mean? Because if she got daddy issues, then that's going to reflect in me. She needs to know if I got mommy issues, because my childhood traumas might show up in our marriage. So I can't say after 6 months that I know that I want to actually be with this woman. I can say that I'm connected to her. I can say that we have a really good time. I can say that we're this and we're that. But me, myself, I can't be like, well, yeah, after 6 months, yeah, I'm ready. And I know that I'm ready to take it there with her.
And that's you, and it's some other man. But I'm just saying that I know men who have said that they do. And it's a time. There's a lot of factors. Of course, if you don't see the person but once a week in 6 months, you're probably not going to know. But you're talking about people who have spent like almost every day, or a quality and quantity amount of time with someone, and realize no, like this is my person and this is who I want to be with. They may not propose right then. They may, of course, go through the motions of getting to know and going through the seasons of a relationship. But they, in their minds, they're like, okay, after 6 months, they know if they want to continue that relationship because they do want to pursue marriage, or you should probably just shut it down if it's not somebody that you are considering marrying. So I'm just saying, I've heard it. And I think me being divorced, I met my ex-husband in March. He proposed in September. We were married July the following year. So
I want to piggyback off of Angel, because I'm like Angel's guy, I guess. Sharif, you met my ex-wife at the funeral, I believe. So I met her in, what was that, December. We got together in January. I proposed to her in May. I moved to Carolina in July, and we got married in September. All in the same year. So
and now you're divorced?
Now I'm divorced.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm saying with Angel that it does happen. I agree with her.
It happens, but life does. I don't know how old you were, Ed. I was 23. So yeah, you're right. Like you, Sharif, I didn't know a whole lot at 23 what marriage was until I was in it. I knew what marriage looked like, but I didn't know what it was. But probably around the 28 age range, I'm like, oh, wait, like, okay, we're missing a few components. Let's bring this together. And it was doable. And I'm not going to go into why it turned out the other way. But it's unfortunate. But I know that there's a lot more to marriage, and all that is just to age and stuff. I wouldn't say that for someone who's 19 to 25, whose brain is not developed and really can't understand that. But someone that is like me, who's been there, done that, really taking the time to do the work. I am not a person that I feel like this is just me. I'm not going to give somebody 3 to 5 years of my life to decide if I'm worthy of marriage. I'm just not. That's just me personally.
I don't think 3 to 5 years. I think 3 to 5 years is too long, but I actually think 6 months to a year is too short. So I think
I don't agree.
Yeah, I just feel like, you know what I mean, if I plan on spending, because you got to think about what marriage is. Most people think about marriage and they be like, oh well, I can get a divorce. Like, marriage is forever.
Right.
If you think about your vows, you're not, it's death do us part. So no matter what we go through, no matter what we up against, no matter what we're, so on and so forth, we supposed to ride this out. So if that's the case, why is the divorce rate so high? Yeah. Why is it so high if everybody knows after 6 months if they're meant to be with that person? And if you look at the divorce rate, most people ain't getting past 5 years. I made it to 10 with God's grace, right? But there's people that's not getting past 5 years. 5 years of marriage. We got other people, you know what I mean, our elders and stuff like that, married 30, 40, 50 years. They got time in the game. Most of us ain't getting past 5, ain't getting past 7. I don't know nobody my age that was like, yeah, I've been married for 15 years and then now I got a divorce. Why is the divorce rate so high if everybody knows just like that, if that's their person?
Hey, Sharif, we're going to do a whole nother podcast because y'all
go
in that direction.
Yes, sir.
Time is far too spent, guys. So we're about to button this up right now. Joshua, can you get any final thoughts? Real quick, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I think that it's very, very, very important. I mean, we're talking about sex. We're talking about different aspects of sex. I just think that it's very, very important that we are intentional about the things that we do when it comes to having sex and having sexual partners. So be genuine, be sincere, be straight up and down. And I think that if you come to the situation with that mind state, your outcome will be much better. Appreciate y'all, man. This was so love.
Hey, Sharif Bey, any last final thoughts of the whole show and this whole?
Man, I love it. I thank y'all for actually having me on. Yeah, I would basically agree with, you know what I mean, Josh on that, you know what I mean, and everything that he actually said. You know, so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I know I didn't talk too much, on y'all podcast anyway.
Kyra, you got any last words for the people?
I appreciate all the guests being on and the good conversations.
Angel, you got any last words for the people on the panel or the people watching about the show?
Yeah, like, it was great conversation. I can't wait for us to come back and finish up this last part. So thanks, guys. Thanks for joining in.
All right. Sheena Nicole, any last thoughts?
Not really. I just want to thank all y'all for coming on. This is a very fun, exciting, funny topic. It definitely shows different views between a man and a woman when it comes to sex, that's for sure. But other than that, I loved it.
I want to also thank everybody for coming on. It's so crazy, y'all. Finding guests was like finding a needle on a haystack to be on the show because everybody, I guess, thought it was gonna be all raunchy. And I'm like, it's sex, y'all. Y'all talk about sex and your girl click, your guy click, and I can't talk about sex and my private. And it's. I mean, I can't take away from what people think, but it's like I try to explain to people that it wasn't going to be like crazy over the top, and I don't think it was over the top. I think it stayed classy. Yeah, I think it stayed fun, it stayed light, and I just thank y'all because it was so many people that turned down opportunities to come on because they just, I can't talk about sex. Like, are we gonna be talking about sucking and all stuff? Or we wasn't gonna be doing. And I appreciate you guys, Kyra. Thank you for reading out the comments. I appreciate you guys in the chat. Angel, I appreciate you coming on once again. Y'all gonna see Angel and Kyra face more often. Sheena Nicole, what do we have next week coming up on the show?
So next week's topic will be real versus fake. So if you would like to be on next week's panel, please reach out to myself, to Sheena Nicole via Facebook, or reach out to Edmund Chapman. Otherwise, you can drop a comment below in the comment section.
All right, y'all. Next week's topic is real versus fake. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel because y'all want to be on the episode. We're going to be talking about them BBLs and them lashes. Oh, y'all. Until next time, just remember, I love you. Go out and be great on purpose. Peace out.